Lunchly versus Lunchables.
With Lunchly, you get double the amount of liquid.
Prime has no sugar added, more electrolytes, and more B vitamins.
Yeah, but it's still complete though. Look, do any of you guys really think that this Lunchables knockoff is actually any better than the original? I mean, fucking hell, they have Feastables chocolate and Prime in it, both of which are complete arse for you. Can MrBeast at this point do anything else to hurt his reputation? I swear he's on a speed run from being the most loved person on the planet to the most hated. Alright everyone, welcome back. Today, MrBeast just destroyed his reputation, as well as KSI and Logan Paul, who really aren't that far behind him. So to explain what's going on for those that are out of the loop right now, MrBeast, KSI, and Logan Paul just released this abomination called Lunchly. Lunchly is a Lunchables clone which is marketed as better for you than Lunchables. And let me just tell you right now, Munk Army, that is a complete fucking lie. There is nothing more healthy about this product. In fact, don't take it from me, take this from a licensed doctor in the US.
Well, let's look at the recently passed nutrition standards set forth by the USDA for school lunches and see how Lunchly compares. Going line by line here. Less than 10% of calories should come from saturated fat. Lunchly turkey, 23% of calories come from saturated fat. Less than 10% of calories should come from added sugars. Lunchly turkey, 10.4 comes from added sugars. But this is where things get really interesting, and for some reason no one has pointed this out. You see, USDA caloric guidelines say that a lunch meal for kids K through 8 should contain around 625 calories. Kids need energy to function, and calories give them that energy. Lunchly turkey contains only 230 calories, which would mean a kid would need to eat about 2.7 portions to consume enough calories. And if they did that, they'd get nearly 1,300 milligrams of sodium, which is also significantly over the USDA standards. So they'd be either under-eating calories or overeating sodium.
So yeah, tell me this shit is healthy now, bro. Pretty much this whole video by Dr. Mike just explains that Lunchly is completely ultra processed crap and that you shouldn't feed it to your kids at all. I mean, bro, 23% of the calories coming from this are saturated fat. That is crazy. That's nearly a quarter of the entire meal simply coming from saturated fat. Bro, if you feed your kids this shit, they're gonna end up in a coma. In-game, of course, not trying to get sued by MrBeast here.
Lunchly versus Lunchables.
With Lunchly, you get double the amount of liquid.
Prime has no sugar added, more electrolytes, and more B vitamins.
Crunch Bar. Whoa. Feastables Crunch
Bar. Okay, so what you're saying here is that you haven't improved the product at all. Motherfucker, they both have a chocolate bar in there. And after reading recent reports, apparently MrBeast Feastables is complete dog shit anyway. So many ingredients now, as much sugar as Hershey's. It's just overall garbage.
Our pizza uses real cheese. Theirs, as it says on their box, is mozzarella pasteurized prepared cheese product. They can't even call it real cheese. Ooh. We're also 30 less calories, 3 less grams of fat, and 8 less grams of sugar.
Why does Logan look like he's having a fucking seizure in the back? I get it, you gotta make weird faces in your ad to make it look like you actually give a fuck about your product, to sell it to more children, making them fat and your pockets fat as well. But let's just use our normal faces, please, Logan. This shit is making me uncomfortable.
Turkey Stack-em, 310 calories.
230 calories.
21 grams of sugar.
Only 7 grams of sugar.
You fucking dumbasses. The recommended amount of calories kids should be having for lunch is around 600, meaning like the doctor said in the video we just watched earlier, you need to consume about 3 of these disease-causing lunch packs to actually get the necessary amount of food. So if anything, you guys having less calories than Lunchables is a bad thing. I seriously don't understand this mindset in society where it's just a blanket rule that less calories is better. Like seriously, do people actually believe this shit is healthier because it's got less calories? Like fuck me, bro, people can't be that stupid. If you consume the recommended amount of calories for lunch, then you'd be consuming so much extra bullshit.
If you look at this close up, you can already tell which one has better ingredients.
I don't know if I'm fucking blind or something, but I genuinely can't tell which one has better ingredients. I can't tell these two products apart if I'm being honest with you. Now, after the entire internet dunked on these three for obviously making one of the silliest products I think we've ever seen a YouTuber or YouTube group ever make, this is what MrBeast had to say on Twitter. Lunchables sells hundreds of millions of units and countless people eat it. Our goal is to make a better for you alternative. Our turkey meal, for example, has 80 less calories, 60% less sugar, more electrolytes. We use real cheese, they use cheese product, they can't call it even cheese, high quality meat, etc. Obviously eating fresh chicken and broccoli is healthier, but if someone is to go eat a pre-made meal like this, which millions of people do through Lunchables, then I think giving them a high quality version at roughly the same price is a net good in my opinion, and why we launched Lunchly. Also, as we get economies of scale and get things cheaper, we can only improve the product more and more. This is an absolute nothing statement. Our goal is to give you a better for you alternative. Only problem with that, MrBeast, is that it's not a fucking better for you alternative. It's the same shit in a different package. 80 less calories. You do realize that that's a negative, right? You do realize that it makes your product less useful for kids' lunches, and in turn makes the price even more not worth it. I've never seen this tactic where a CEO of a company will brag that they have less food for the same price. 60% less sugar. Well, that really doesn't matter because Prime has more artificial sweeteners than Logan Paul's wife has had sexual encounters with other men. Then he talks about how Lunchly is a higher quality version than Lunchables, which, I mean, it just isn't. It's the same fucking processed junk garbage that's in Lunchables. Now, MrBeast did have somewhat of a professional response here, I will say that. Although it was total dog shit, it was still, you know, decent. However, KSI and Logan Paul unfortunately couldn't keep up that same energy. Now, DanTDM released this tweet as soon as Lunchly launched saying this: "What happened to YouTubers, man? I can't not say anything anymore. This is selling stuff for the sake of making money. How does this benefit their fans? This is selling crap to kids who don't know better than to trust the people who are selling it to them. Do better." DanTDM, you are actually my fucking hero. Please own these frauds. Now, KSI for some reason had something to say about this. Looks like crap to me, showing a bunch of DanTDM's like toy figurines that he sells. Then the community note said this: "Not only has KSI worked with them before, the CEO of U2's Austin Long got his start by managing the Sidemen and was an executive producer on their YouTube Red show." So yeah, bro just pretty much owned himself by putting out this tweet, and if that wasn't enough, he then followed up by saying this: But he was talking about food, JJ. He was sponsored, then promoted, and made a whole video about Munch Pack, a monthly sub box full of food and candy, to his Minecraft audience full of kids. Now what?" Then the community notes just owned him again. The reference video is over 9 years old on DanTDM's second channel, More TDM. This was a one-off sponsorship where DanTDM was given a free food package from Munch Pack to try unique food from around the world. This is clearly different from KSI's partnership with Lunchly. Also, one thing I want to point out as well, right? DanTDM wasn't promoting something that was supposed to be a kid's lunch. He's promoting candy, which everyone knows should obviously be eaten in moderation. You three created some lunch which barely has enough calories, no nutritional value, is considered ultra processed, and have tried to pass it off as something where parents should be giving it to their kids instead of lunch, and the alternative, which is Lunchables. So anyway, moving on from that, Marcus Brownlee got into a controversy recently over his new $50 wallpaper app, which many people thought was unnecessary and overpriced. So KSI made this: "What happened to YouTubers, man? I can't not say anything anymore. This is selling stuff for the sake of selling it, blah blah blah," just quoting DanTDM. Some dumbass YouTuber said this same thing to me the other day. Rather than complaining, crying, and trying to cancel a YouTuber for creating a product, here's an idea: if you don't want/like a product, just don't buy it. Simple. Bro, it is over. Give it up. DanTDM hasn't responded to anything that you've said. All Dan did was comment how your shitty-ass product is no better than your competitor and only exists to make money. Stop coping. You're 31 years old and you're acting like a fucking child. Then Logan Paul decided to chime in on Dan's original tweet with this: "I'll tell you what happened to YouTubers. We spent our lives creating content and building brands. Now we want to build businesses. You don't say anything when Lunchables faces bans for allegedly containing lead, but when we create a better version, you're upset?" Now look, bro, this whole bullshit I keep seeing from these guys of like, "Oh, well, if you don't like the product, then you don't have to eat it," has to be the biggest cop-out I've ever seen in my life. You can't just use that defense when people are simply stating their opinion that your product is utter garbage. Now moving on from that, KSI made a video called "Everybody Hates Us Right Now." I know, he made an entire video as well, and Dan still only has one tweet that he's made about this situation. This video is literally 20 minutes of KSI fake laughing and trying his hardest to act like that he doesn't care about the fact that his entire audience don't like him anymore, when he so clearly does. Then Logan Paul made a reaction video to this called "KSI Says Everybody Hates Us." This might just be the corniest shit I've seen all day.
"What happened to YouTubers, man? I can't not say anything anymore. This is selling stuff for the sake of making money. How does this benefit their fans? Do better. Do better."
Fucking hell, zip it up when you're done. Bro, the fake laughing and coping coming from these two is crazy. Remember 4 years ago when these two absolutely hated each other during 2 boxing matches they had because they realized that hating each other sells extremely well online? Now all of a sudden they love each other so much that they make businesses together and are the best of pals, doing tricks on each other's meat constantly. We all know you're not actually laughing, Logan. Give up the act.
That's exactly how I interpreted it as well.
Like, let me put this in the context. Imagine being a motherfucker
who's angry that we made this. Crackers, bro? You mad cause we made crackers? This is what you're mad about? Bruh. It's a turkey, real cheese, and cracker stack. And by the way, it's great.
Bro, shut your ass up. We all know you ain't eating that processed shit. These two love to play this card where they're just like, bro, you're just mad that we're making a lunch kit. You're just mad that we're making businesses together. You two motherfuckers are smart enough to know that people ain't mad at you for making a goddamn lunch kit. They're mad at you for making a dog product that is no better than the alternative.
I mean, yes, we made nachos as well with queso, but I think if you're getting mad about nachos, that's a you problem. Oh, and the pizza. It's literally called the pizza. But same thing, like, you're mad about pizza? Like 500,000 favorites because we made pizza, crackers, and nachos?
Wow, you're finally self-aware, Logan. 500,000 people don't like your bullshit. Maybe after reading that 500,000 people don't like your shit, and then you quote retweeted it getting 11,000 likes, you should probably take it on board that people don't like this product and never will. Look, if you're a parent watching this and you're confused, let me spell it out to you right now. Don't give your kids Lunchables and don't give your kids Lunchly. Give them a fucking normal sandwich. Anyways, I'm done. Thank you to my channel members. Click the video on screen right now because YouTube thinks you'll enjoy it, and I'll see you all over there. Subscribe.